You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So we're going to do a little riddle. It's a bit of a math problem.
I'm out.
No, you're in.
I'm not good at math.
I know. Nobody has to be good at math.
Can we use our phones?
You can use your phone.
Here's what you've done.
My goodness.
You have went and found your strength and brought it.
All
the word game, the riddle game, and everything else. And now,
now it's my turn.
Okay,
You ready?
I'm already sweating.
Don't sweat. Okay. One of the largest steamboats to ever travel the Mississippi River, the Gloria. She was 250 foot long, 30 foot tall. At the starboard, she was 35 foot wide. At the tail end, she was 25 foot wide.
A lot of numbers.
Okay. All right. She could carry 5,000 passengers. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
She's going up the Mississippi. She stops. She lets off 300. She gets on 27. You there?
No.
Well,
I'm with you.
Okay. All right. She carries on up the Mississippi. She lets off 1,000. Puts on 1,000. So that's a null. Carries on up the Mississippi a little bit farther. She has 750 get off. She has 325 get on. Okay. Are we calculating? A little bit farther. No. We ain't lost yet. A little bit farther. She has 554 get off, 551 get on. Remember, there's 5,000 passengers capacity. How many stops did she make? Told you it was a math problem.
Well, he didn't even have no notes. He just went off memory there.
Come on.
Because he's just making it up. The only thing that matters
That's what I'm saying. Is he just making this up?
Yeah, he's just making it up.
I'm looking
guess
for
it's
his
five.
notes. I'm going 4.
I'll say 6.
4.
Yeah.
That's a math guy right there.
Because I look real smart.
You're good.
I knew you were doing magic with a misdirection. There's no way a human being could remember all those numbers, but I didn't know what to pay attention to.
Oh, well. Bull told me that one last night.
I was trying to do square foot here. I'm like,
Square
30,
foot.
yeah,
Square things.
30 feet wide, 35 feet deep.
No, you're supposed to be the Andy Griffith guy. You can't be doing Horatio.
Man, we can't. No, poor Horatio.
Yeah, poor Horatio.
Oh.
Well, that's it. I said, you know what? I'm going to break the ice a little bit.
You feel better?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
I really was sweating.
You may come to the wrong place if you're already sweating with that.
Well, it's math.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
Right off the bat, math. I mean, he hit me with history here.
That's why I'm friends with him. He's good at math.
Everybody needs a mathematician in their
Just
life.
got you going.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Hayden, Alabama podcast. We're Southern Storytellers. I'm Philip.
I'm Shane.
I'm Russell.
I'm Tucker.
Do you notice something different?
We're back at it.
Who says that we don't look at the comments and read our emails? Maybe not quick, but we read them. That's why we're back. This is the old school setup.
For the viewers.
For the viewers. We had several people write in and tell us, man, I miss seeing y'all all together. And then even right before we recorded this, we had Victor come by and say, well, I've been wanting to tell y'all that for a while.
Yep.
So we put everything back. We're back on the round table for this week. Once I edit this, it may change
how
again.
it
I don't
goes.
know. We're trying it. We're going to try to go back. But we have Russell and Tucker with us tonight for our fellowship. And these are some good fellas. They're going to bring y'all some stories all the way to New York City. But they're going to have to hold out for that one. It's a good
All the
one.
way back to Fayette.
Yep. Fayette.
In the city.
That'll make more sense here in a little bit as well. And so obviously we're going to have some fun. But we're also going to have a powerful testimony tonight. And I really think that it'll challenge some folks, but I think it's going to help some folks too. I know it's been a blessing to know Russell's story, and they're going to get some of that. But without further ado, we have one more thank you before we get started.
Yeah, I want to tell Mr. Loman Scarborough thank you at the Hopkins County Outdoor Expo.
There you go.
in Madisonville, Kentucky. We went up there this past weekend, and man, we had a blast. And they were super hospitable to us, and you couldn't ask for better folks. So I just want to tell them thank you for allowing us to come up there and letting us just spend some time with you and enjoy the fellowship. So.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Appreciate you reaching out and asking us to be part of it, even though I couldn't make it because I was on the family vacay.
On the vacay.
I sincerely appreciate it and hate that I missed it.
Met Sasquatch while we were up there.
You just never know who you're going to meet. Well, let's get to doing some storytelling. Russell, tell us our first story.
We always hear about these things that be careful what you ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true with God?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can get good and bad if God's got a sense of humor. I'll tell you a little bit about you want the good or the bad? Which one you want first?
You're good.
Go with the good. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got invited to a little church down in South Alabama. It's been roughly a year ago. And about 2 weeks before the pastor called me, one of the members of the congregation called me, one of the men invited me down to do a men's night, and I couldn't attend that. And he said, man, we're going to have some wild game here. We all deer hunters. We're going to cook some good deer. Man, best deer meat that you'll ever eat is going to be at this festival or this men's event. I couldn't make that, so the preacher calls me back and said, hey, won't you just come do a Sunday night for us? So, yeah, I can do that. And
Come preach?
Yeah, come and give testimony, give a little word, open the Bible up, share a little bit. So we get down and, man, this is spread everywhere. They're feeding us. He tells me beforehand. That's what gets me there. That's the hook and ladder right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can go, preacher. I'm busy and everything. Well, we're going to feed you, all right? When do I need to be there? I'm in. So we get down there. It's spread everywhere. They got these cat head biscuits about the size of an old Lincoln hubcap. I'm big. I mean, about two on a plate, about all you can get a hold of.
I'm
I mean, you've been there,
hungry.
haven't you? Right beside it, crock pot. Gravy, not just any gravy, deer sausage gravy. And I'm getting into it. I fixed 2 cat head biscuits. I'm putting the gravy on it. I'm good. I'm going after it.
Mm-hmm.
I eat that stuff. I want some more. I'm not hungry, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
You can't stop with one plate. I go back. I fix just one.
That's what the Pringles said. You can't stop.
Not with just one. Exactly. So I don't want to show out. This is the first time these people see
you don't
me.
want a glutton now.
I don't want a glutton. I don't want to make an embarrassment.
I'm going to show out with biscuits and gravy.
Well,
if I'm going to show out on something, it's going to be on biscuits.
There's a line there, and I probably crossed it.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't want to embarrass my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She had already started scooting to the other side of the table because I went back for 2. Well, the second time up, I only got 1, but I loaded it up on the gravy, and I'm wired out. This is all before I have to get up there in front of this congregation.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a big church, but there's 40, 50 people out there, and I got to get up in front of them and bring it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time they saw me. I can't come down there and just whittle around on something. So I'm up there and I'm getting after it, and I'm feeling it real good. And I got a couple of amens and preach it and bring
here
it.
we go.
And, I think two deacons might have high-fived in the back there. I'm bringing it.
You really were bringing it.
And, I'm starting to feel the Holy Spirit move. It wasn't the Holy Spirit moving.
Oh, no.
I'm starting to feel that deer gravy. It's talking to me. It's talking to me hard.
Heavy.
It's heavy. It's heavy. I had asked when that guy had called me, make this, when the original phone call, I want to make this happen so I can get some of that deer. I asked for this deer gravy, and he gave it to me. And I'm sitting up there asking, you shall receive.
Yeah.
And I'm up there, and everybody's just, they're fired up, and I don't want to stop in the middle of this, but I was like, golly, I got to get through this. It's going to be a quick sermon here. So what do? It's like, Lord's telling me, let's just go to prayer. Somebody needs prayer right now. Right now. So I'm praying, and I'm praying for myself. Lord, take away distractions from us.
Mm-hmm.
Remove anything evil in our lives. I'm talking about what's in my gut.
They're going to remove it.
Because, we're here to hear the trumpets of the Lord, but we're about to hear
Watch it.
We're about to hear Satan's flute come. And so
keep that to yourself.
I slip back behind the pulpit because I'm a walker.
Okay.
I like to get out and I like to move around a little bit. So I slip back behind there because that movement ain't going good.
You need to sit still for
I
a
need
minute.
to be still.
Lord said, be still.
Yeah, and I was.
You're going to be a runner.
Yeah, it was, but it's talking, and I'm praying. I'm Lord, deliver us from anything that gets in our way.
Evil.
Take away anything standing between me and your word.
Mm-hmm.
That cat head biscuit and deer gravy was standing between us, and I wanted it gone. The way he intended it for it to be gone was not the way I did. So I'm trying to end this sermon as quick as I can and not leave them short-handed.
Mm-hmm.
So I get through it. When the preacher comes up, preacher of the church, I'm thanking everybody for having me there. And God, we're going to have an invitation now. But first we're going to play a song.
Yeah, we're going to have a song
and we got
to lead into the invitation.
So, most of the time, first stanza, two stanza, we're going 4 stanzas here. We're 4 stanzas in it.
Not one,
Are
two,
we in
four.
the bad part yet?
I'm hugging.
We ain't in the bad part yet. Oh, no.
The podium. So we get through all this. Nobody comes up. This is one time, I want somebody to come forward. I want somebody change your life today. Recommit. Leave it at the altar. I hate to admit it, but Lord forgive me. I was hoping nobody had. I was hoping the Holy Ghost did not talk to nobody today. So we get through it. I excuse myself because I'm gonna go check, make sure that my wife didn't leave her purse in the back because I thought she did.
Yeah.
So I get through that. That's the ask for something and it delivers to you. Because God's got a sense of humor. Now, I'm going to tell you a little good one.
That was the good and the bad. I thought that might have been the good, bad, and the ugly.
He said he started with a good one. So now it's going to be worse. Okay.
No, that was the bad.
That was the bad one. I'm sorry.
I had to get that one out there because I didn't know if I could follow it.
Oh,
I didn't know if I could follow it. But up in Indiana, I'm at a Mayberry Festival. I love these Mayberry Festival. I get invited to come speak sometimes, sell my books, do odds and ends. So I'm up in Scottsburg, Indiana. Biggest Mayberry Festival outside of Mount Airy, North Carolina they are in the world. Andy Griffith, lookalikes, Barney Fife. You got everybody. You got parades, vendors set up everywhere. I get invited to come set up, sell my books, and I'm going to do the chapel service on Sunday morning.
Okay.
And I'm excited. I'm pumped up. So we got a big conference center set up. Lighting, there's lasers everywhere, speakers hanging from the ceiling. I mean, they've had bands there all weekend. They've had people up there, bluegrass people playing, all kind of stuff going on. It's a nice setup. And I'm sitting there the night before, and the pastor that had invited me up to do this with him, sitting there with him and the event organizer. And this is the night before, and we're sitting there in the hotel lobby, and we're talking about services that has really moved us in the past. And we got to talking about old school tent revivals. And I said, man, wouldn't it be good? We got this beautiful venue over here, but wouldn't it be good? We got thousands of people up here in this town. Wouldn't it be good if we had an outside, just like a tent revival, just out on the grounds, like we used to have dinner on the grounds? Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. Well, that night we had a little rain supposed to come through the area, but nothing big, So I get up the next morning. Frantic everywhere. Freak storm had come through. Guess what it hit? It hit that conference center, knocked the power out. We had no power. No power at all. We were sitting there the night before. Man, it'd be great to have dinner on the grounds, preaching under. Guess where I was at the next morning?
In that tent.
I was out there under an oak tree in a field with about 200 lawn chairs around that tree. We had a bluegrass band out there. I was so pumped up. They were singing stuff. I was hollering words. I didn't even know the song, but I was hollering.
Yeah, make a joyful noise.
Yeah, make a joyful noise. It was a noise. But I was getting into it. But that night before, ask and you shall receive, we brought up, man, that'd be the cream of the crop if we could just do that. If we could just do it outside. But we got this beautiful venue. We don't want to do all. You believe if I had people come up to me and said that was the best of it? This has been running for about 10 years. That was the best chapel service. It wasn't because of me. It's because the good Lord decided he was going to move. But
I heard that.
You have not because you ask not.
There you go.
And when you do ask,
You ask amiss.
you miss it.
Miss.
Well, I don't think
He
you
didn't
were
miss that
amiss,
time.
but he absolutely
He
lined it
didn't
right
miss
up,
that
gave you
time.
the desires of your heart, didn't he?
It was there. It was there. It was a good time. It was a good time. It was, an example.
Yeah,
Be careful what you ask for.
that's
You got
right.
that right.
Good
You
Lord's
might
got a
get
good sense of humor.
You loosened up yet?
No, I'm loosened up.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
I feel like I need to shake you again.
No, I'm loosened up.
I think it was the math problem got him. You got him
Math
greased
problem got
up.
me thinking. I was like, oh,
I'm in the wrong place.
I'm in the wrong
He's
place.
He's
been
here
over
to
here
tell stories, not do math.
He's been over here counting his fingers since you
Yeah,
brought
I was
that
like,
up.
what? Now I had to get to my toes at one
Did
point.
you put your shoes
Yeah.
back on?
Yeah, I put them back on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a story then. If you
All right,
loosened
so I
up.
feel like in every story there's a good and a bad. So I've always
You
loved
there?
to hunt and fish. So I got into this kick where I really wanted to trap. So one time I put out a trap and I was wanting to catch. I either wanted to catch a bobcat or a coyote.
You had a specific.
Oh, that's
you
what
was
I
going
wanted
after
to
one or
catch.
two.
I wanted to catch one of them. So I put this trap out, and my mom, she never wants to go hunting with my dad, and her hunting is going there, and it's like almost like bird watching.
Mhm.
She just wants to watch them. So
He pointed at me like I ain't no killer. I'm a killer now.
yeah, so
Yeah, no kill.
she goes with dad that morning. I don't wake up. I don't want to go. I'm not a morning hunter. I'm an evening hunter.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah,
man.
now
I
you
am.
talking about
Yeah,
ladies.
I'm one of them lazy hunters. I guess that's what they call them.
3 o'clock, still got your pajamas on.
Yeah, so that's the time I'm putting my stuff on. I'm going. So I get a message on my phone, and it's dad, and he's like, "Hey, there's a bobcat in this trap, and the
There it
field
is.
where he's hunting at, they have to walk right by the trap, and mom's with him." And I don't see the message, so dad wakes me up, and whenever they come back from hunting. And dad's like, he's telling me, he's like, when we walked in, I shined my light over there and I seen it just laying there and I didn't want to say anything to your mom. So I was trying to get you to come get it. Well, he wakes me up and he tells me on the way home that it starts going crazy and mom starts to freak out. She's wanting that thing out of that trap.
Yeah, I gotta help it.
You know, she's wanting to get it out and everything. I'm like, Dad, I can't get that out. I ain't
can't
got
get that
nothing to
thing.
get that.
There's one way to
It's
get it out.
wild.
Yeah,
I
there's-
can't. Oh,
you don't
there's
wanna
two ways. We figured it out.
You don't want to pet that bobcat.
No, you do not want to get close to that bobcat. So Dad got close enough to it. I wasn't gonna get it out. I was just gonna dispatch it, you know.
So
So
put that dog.
I was gonna get it loose. So I didn't have a catch pole. And a catch pole, if you know what that is, it's about a 7-foot pole, and it's got a cable on it where you can take them, you can hold them down while you get it off the foot. Well, he comes home, and we go outside and we make our own catch pole. And we ain't got nothing that's really a catch pole. So we got a piece of PVC pipe that's about 2.5 foot long, 3 foot. Yeah, it's not
That's close.
7 foot. And we get some cable, and he puts it on it, and he's like, all right, we're going to go get it out. Because I've done told her we was going to get it out. He ain't going to lie to mom, you know.
You can't lie to mom.
No, you
No.
can't lie to mom. If you're going to get that out, you're going to have to know.
That's where supper comes from.
Well, we get down there, and I don't know what we're getting into. I'm staying in the truck. I'm letting Dad do all this.
He's the trapper now.
He's the trapper now. He's the releaser. I'm the one that sets the trap, you know. We get there, and Dad puts that around that bobcat, and whenever he snitches that cable, it goes crazy.
Mhm.
He's Tucker, I can't, you're going to have to get out of the truck. So I get out of the truck, and he's like, get your feet right here, and on the trap, you got the jaws that holds the foot, and it's not going to hurt it. I step on, or he steps on it and gets it out. And when he gets that bobcat out, it starts to go crazy. And he takes that thing and he throws it. And we got plenty
Golf
of time.
swings it.
It's like a baseball swing. It's like trying to hit it 450 dead center.
Aaron Judge.
Give it a little
He
head
takes
start.
that thing and it looks like a helicopter flying through the air.
With the pole still on it.
The pole's still on.
Oh,
That
no.
listen, but it's all right. By the time it hits some planted pines, that bobcat is still flopping like it was on the ground when he had that catch pole around it. The
It's
catch
running
pole
like it's got a
comes off.
CB antenna.
Yeah. The catch pole comes off.
Yeah.
And when it does, it lands on all four. And it just looks at us and it takes off. To this day, that catch pole is still laying in that exact same spot. Because I was not
Didn't go
about to
get
go in there and get that.
No, it's you
A few
gave
years
that catch
passed.
pole away.
A few years pass and my pawpaw, he goes hunting. He don't really go hunting a lot, but the one time he goes, he shoots a bobcat. He calls me. I'm sitting in a stand behind the house. It's the evening. It's not in the morning, you know. He calls me. He's like, hey, I've shot a bobcat. I know there's not going to be any deer come out in this field. Can I come out here in this field with you? I want you to mount this bobcat for me. I just want to see if I can kill a deer. He comes out there and loud as he is, he comes through the woods and he sits down. And we're sitting down for about 20 minutes, and out walks a bunch of does, and I hear some crashing in the woods, and he kills him. He kills a good 8 point. He's like, you can't shoot it. You can't shoot. You ain't got a good shot. I could have got my gun up and killed that deer. Well, we go back. Like I said, he killed a bobcat, and I didn't know that was he killed the exact same bobcat that I caught. It got itself in trouble twice. So the good in that story was Pawpaw killed him a deer and a bobcat, and we got the bobcat out. Mom's not mad, and so here I am. I've left.
Everybody wins.
Everybody's won.
Redemption.
The bobcat won for about 2 more years, but then it just got,
That was the time frame from trap.
And the thing is, Mom came outside whenever he got that bobcat, and she was like, "That's just pretty, ain't it?" And she wasn't mad one bit, man.
It was pretty because he got it, not
yeah,
you.
he got it, but she
was
seen
that
it
her
in that
dad?
trap. Yeah, that's her dad.
There
Yeah,
you go.
she ain't gonna be
Everything's
mad.
explained.
And that catch pole's still laying there
That
today.
catch pole's still there. It's probably disintegrated by now, but I don't know how long.
How'd you know it was the same one?
What? Oh, well,
Foot or
it's
something?
foot. It's foot. It had extra bones growing in its foot. And that's what I looked at on the same. It was on its right paw. You could see it. Yep. I got another story.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
We may have questions.
I got
you got a question? Well, give me some questions. Make sure it ain't that question.
It ain't a mask. Well, it might be because you said extra bones in its foot.
Yeah. So where in its toes, it had you could see where they had broke at one point, but it had grew back over it. You could see that on it. It's the weirdest thing.
So you saw that in the trap.
No, I could see that when I went in to skin it out, like I do taxidermy.
When you
So
mounted it.
whenever I went in to mount it, you had to skin it out and everything. And when I went in there, you could see where it had extra bone growing on that one hand or its one paw.
So you think it broke it when it
I
was in
think
the
it
trap?
broke it when it was in the trap whenever we was trying to wrestle it out of there. So if we
Now
wouldn't have
I
tried to
figure
wrestle it out of there, it'd been fine.
It probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have had no extra.
No, it wouldn't have no.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had
No, that's fine.
I had to have
You got any
my math
questions?
question there.
Well,
I think I followed every other part of it except for that.
So-
yeah.
Yeah, take off. You said you got another one on your heart.
Oh yeah. So me and my buddy Miles, we like to turkey hunt. He's got this one spot that we turkey hunt, and there's a few turkeys over there. And we don't hunt it.
Where's this at?
I can't really tell you where it's at.
Oh.
It's a turkey hunt now.
Well, we have a bird watching club. That,
Yeah,
the bird watching club. Yeah, I've
no,
heard
I'm
that
serious.
one before.
Shane's a bird watcher.
Well,
do not
listen,
watch birds.
you can't
Yeah.
come watch these birds.
Don't look at
You
it.
watch them through a scope or?
Anyway,
No,
I
he
see him.
watches them at about 20 yards.
If you
Oh,
got a
okay,
medal
about
to
20
take her, I
yards.
may take you up on it.
Yeah.
No, I got one of them too.
Wow.
Don't be offering up things now if you ain't really ready
Well,
to.
to this day, I still don't know where these are at that I'm about to tell you about.
Oh,
so.
well.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Let's go.
So me and my buddy, we like turkey hunting, like I said, Miles. So I pull up to his house one morning, and when I say I'm going to go turkey hunting, I'm coming to get you, and we're going to load up and go right then.
So you will get up for turkey
I'll
hunting,
get up
but
and go
not for
turkey
deer
hunting, but for some deer, I got to make sure they're there. And I know during the evening I ain't going to be going back to sleep,
Mhm.
So me and my buddy, I messaged him one morning. I'm like, I'm gonna come pick you up, and we're gonna go. So I come to his house, and I sit there, and I message him. I'm like, hey, I'm here, and I know he can hear my truck outside because his door to his room's right there. He don't wake up. I sat there for about 45 minutes, and I've called him. The one thing I'm not going to do is walk in your house and get you, because where we live at, if you walk in somebody's house, you might as well get shot.
You're liable to wear something.
If they don't know you coming, then they liable
It's
to
going to be
shoot
a
you.
bad day.
Oh, it's going to be a bad day. So this is on a Sunday morning, and we got church that morning, and I want to go turkey hunting. So I get my truck, and I'm sitting there, and I start to see the sun coming. I'm like, I'm just going to go hunting by myself. I got permission to hunt it, so I'm going to go. So as soon as I get out of my truck, I do an owl hoot where I'm at, and they fire off on a ridge. I know where they at. So I went in to go around them, and I'll go up a hill, I go down in a holler, I go up another hill, and I set up on a hill, and I know where they're going to pitch down. They're going to pitch down in this field. So they pitch down about 6 jakes and a tom. And when they do, I shoot that tom, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got him. I've killed my first turkey by myself. It's the first one by myself. You know how you are. You're amped up and ready. Well, I lay my gun down, and I've killed a turkey before, and I know that gun I've got, I know it'll kill one. And it's laying there, and it's flopping a little bit, but it played possum with me just to go ahead and say. That turkey gets up and starts flying. I chase it across this field, and I finally catch it. When I do, I jump on it, and it's like riding a bull. It gets me in the stomach, and I'm like, oof, oof, and I couldn't do nothing.
Not gonna let go though.
Oh, I'm not gonna let go of that turkey.
Committed.
So I sit there with it. You know how you are. You just sit there and you're like, thank God I've got it. Thank God. And I go back and I call Dad and I'm like, hey, I killed one. I got one. He's like, well, good. Just come on home. We got to go to church. We're going to take pictures. We're going to go to church.
Come on home now.
We got to go to church. We're going to go to church. Well, I get my stuff. I go back to my gun and stuff and where my calls is laid at. I pick my gun up. I get my calls. I got the turkey over my shoulder. I'm as happy as can be walking out. I throw that turkey in the back of the truck. I sit down in my truck and I start digging around in and I'm like, oh no, I know I done lost my keys.
Oh.
So I do that shameful call and I call Dad and I'm like, Dad, I've lost my keys. He's
But I got a turkey.
You're kidding. I said, I killed a turkey, but I've lost my keys. And he said, well, just go try to find them, and I'll come over there and pick you up. You know, he's so he's mad.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to say he was,
We
but
ain't
he
going
was.
to church no more.
We ain't, well, he comes, picks me up, and we go take some pictures of it, and he's like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. And we go to church, and I tell Mom, I'm like, I've lost my keys, Mom. We're going to have to go try to find them because my truck's still sitting there. And where it's sitting at, you know, I don't really, it's kind of a sketchy spot, but we go back that evening and Dad's got an old truck. It's the truck that he had in high school. He still got the key to it. And my truck was a 1994 Chevy. And I want to say his was a 1977, 76. And a key in a 1976 Chevy will fit in a 1994 Chevy. We learned that day, and he stuck that in there, and it fired right up. And I was like, all right, here we go. We're going to go.
It's because you went on to church.
Yeah, we went on church. We went, and look, you could see where I knew where I went and tried to cut them turkeys off. And there is a FFA lanyard. I don't know if y'all know what FFA is, but it's gold and blue, and it's a lanyard. And it's got a 1994 Chevy key on it. And to this day, it's still laying in them woods somewhere. So every time I get in that truck, we're using a 1976 Chevy truck key to get in there. I think it's in
the raccoon's nest.
It must be. You know, they come to shiny stuff, but I'm telling you, that day, sun was shining, and we could not see them keys.
It's a bad deal.
It's a bad deal, but I still made it. I got a turkey and my truck. I was able to get my truck to crank and drive it home.
Did you go to church?
Yeah, we went to church.
With the camouflage on, or did you change?
No, I changed. We got the pictures made and we changed, but I had to come home and I skinned it out after we went to church. But it was an eventful day. I was to go ahead and say we spent about 2.5 hours over there looking for them keys, and we still ain't found them. And every time I go turkey hunting over there, I'm always looking for them. I'm looking for them.
Well, Shane, I'm so thankful that Brunt has reached back out and wanted to help out the show again. So I brought my Marin. I went with the 6. You went with the 8, and still been wearing them. Super comfortable. Happy with them. It was I think the real success of the deer show for us.
You stayed in them things for a minute.
Well, what would have that been? Friday, all day Saturday, and then 4 or 5 hours on Sunday.
I don't know that we sat down a total of an hour.
We sure didn't, but they didn't have to worry about the waterproofness, but the comfort was still there, and that was super important. So we want to tell you guys about Brunt. We've really enjoyed the boot. I guess how many was that? Back in May, we did a couple of videos with them, and we've just been super happy with them. And we're thankful for their investment in the show. But it's not only boots; it's all kind of workwear.
You got that hat on there.
You got the hat on. They got shirts, different things. So if you haven't checked out Brunt and you're in the market for some good boots, we want to point you over in that direction and say that we really appreciate Brunt making an investment in the Hayden Alabama podcast. And we hope you go check them out.
There's no coupon thing or anything.
Yeah, we do have a coupon. I was going to leave that out. We do have a discount. We'll put it on the screen. And when you check out, you can put the code in there and get a nice little discount for the loyalty of our fans here at the Hayden Alabama podcast. Well, Russell, tell me another story.
All right. Let's go to New York.
Well, we're New York
really
City.
changing gears
New
here.
York City. So we're all country boys here. We grew up around here. I grew up in a small town, much like Tucker here. Our towns are very similar. What we got? Kindergarten through 12th grade.
Yeah, it's all in one building for
About 300 kids, maybe. Small. And that was my life. I grew up, 18, 19 years, not really getting outside of that too often. My family didn't have really a lot of, just be honest, we didn't have a lot of money to go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Even just travel up to Birmingham or somewhere for us, a couple hours away was something we rarely did.
Yeah.
So seeing a big city was not something for me growing up. I got on up in my 20s, had some opportunities, got out of my little small town. Actually even got to go a couple of trips to Germany. I was seeing the world. But that little small town kid, that small town boy was always in me. Well, a few years ago, I was going through a pretty little nasty scare with cancer. And things wasn't going the way they should be going. Everything they tried, the surgeries, the treatments I was going through, it just kept popping back up in a new place. Had kidney removed, lymph nodes removed, portion of muscle out of my back removed. It just wasn't happening the way. So they got me in a trial, a clinical trial up in New York. Just long shot. It's just a long shot that I get in, but my doctor submitted everything. He gets me up there. So here we go to New York. I'm packing my good luggage, the Piggly Wiggly cooler
good luggage,
stuff. Yeah. So we get to New York, and I go up there. Travel to New York and staying up there is a little expensive. Air flight back and forth, and I was going to be going every 3 weeks. So it was feasible for me just to do this on my own. And my wife would drop me off at the airport, pick me up when I get back. I'd put a backpack for my luggage, and that's what I went with. I went with a backpack. So my first time up there, here I am. I'm a country boy. I'm a little country boy, not never been to New York City. Whole different world. Jungle up there. So I'm on a mission. I talked to some people I've been talking with here. It's got a really great movement that I shameless plug on, but the God is Bigger movement.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a lot of these little bands. A lot of people wearing them. I mean, they've gave out over 1 million of them now. But I'm on a mission for them. They gave me a ton of them. I filled a backpack full up, and I'm going to New York City, and I'm going to pass these jokers out to everybody that'll take one. I'm in Times Square, busiest part of New York City. And I'm giving them out, getting to tell my testimony. I see this guy over here. I hear a guitar playing. You know where I'm going with this.
I know exactly where you're going.
I hear this guitar, and I was like, it's a pretty good old dude. Whoever's strumming that guitar has got it going on. So I get a little bit closer to where I can see through the crowd. I'm looking over the top of people, and I see him. There's a dude standing over there. He's got a cowboy hat on. That's about all.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a pair of tidy whities on. He's going to find out his name is the Naked Cowboy. That's him. You know who I'm talking about?
Him.
I found him. Dude's been on morning shows. Has been cameos in movies. He's made a living playing a guitar in New York City year round. In his tidy whities.
Yeah.
So he's
In the skivvies.
in the skivvies. So I'm like, man, I don't know how to approach this, but I'm going to get him a band. I'm going to testify today to the Naked Cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up and I'm listening to him, and I go over and he's got a little slot in his guitar, and you can drop $1 in there. So he'd make some of his money doing that. And I do that a couple of times, and I stand back and I'm building up my confidence. It's like, I'm not real comfortable going up and talking to a man in his underwear.
Yeah.
So,
I can see that.
but I finally get a chance. He's taking a break. He goes over and opens his little cooler out, and he's drinking water. And I go over and I said, "Hey man, can I give you one of these bracelets?" And tell him a little bit about the movement. Tell him a little bit about why I'm in New York. He points to his arm, and he's got a tattoo. He said, "Yeah, I'm following you." He said, "May not look like it here, but he said, yeah, I know who Jesus is, and I believe in him." And he shows me his tattoo. It's a picture of Jesus there. It looked more like Willie Nelson to me. I mean,
The tattoo artist may have been a little
it was a
artistic
discount.
liberty.
It's this Jesus had a bandana, and but he believed in him, and I was testifying to him and told him everything, and then we actually spent a good amount of time there, 15, 20 minutes, other people are going by and they're starting to gather back up because they know why he's there. I didn't know the whole story, but they knew why he was there. And having to be Tuck here, 16th birthday, I got him to sing him a little jingle. We sent that. I think that thing got, a couple of 100,000 views on that.
But,
you want to sing it for us real quick?
oh, no, I'm good.
we got the video.
Yeah,
we got the
You
video.
need a guitar. I can go get you a guitar. No, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hadn't, he might not have clean underwear on right now. So.
Oh, well, it's a math problem,
It's a
guys.
math problem. Yeah, you have to be careful. But, my story is you take somebody out of the element, out of that small town element, and you put them in an element like New York City, Times Square. And here I am, someone not comfortable talking to another man in his underwear.
Mm-hmm.
But, you put all that aside, and if there's a mission that you put on, and it's kind of like, you lay something down to God and he gives you the authority to do it, then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I was at. I was fighting my own.
Yeah.
Am I going to witness to this guy, or am I just going to go up and get a jingle made for Tuck?
Right.
And, I got both done. I got both accomplished. But the thing about it is, how many times do we walk past people that we could be testifying to? How many times do we walk past people that we could be witnessing to?
Mm-hmm.
And we let peer pressure, we let the things of the world keep us from it because it's awkward.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, there ain't nothing going to be more awkward than that day when judgment comes around and that's put in front of you.
Mm.
Yeah, we're going to answer that.
The greatest spiritual warfare that you can enter into, and the quickest way into it, is go and share the gospel with somebody.
Amen.
If you've never felt spiritual warfare and you want to feel it, stop what you're doing and go try to share the gospel with somebody. You will have more doubts, more fears. The enemy will just absolutely just try to destroy you when you do that.
We've talked about this before. It always amazes me that you can talk to anybody about any subject in the world.
Yep.
You pick one, and they'll carry on a conversation with you. But you bring up Jesus, and that stops the conversation.
It changes it.
Most of the time.
Look, when I'm having my busy days at work and I'm in the office, I need to get stuff done and people won't quit coming in. When they start coming in, I invite them to church and it leaves them. I got all the time in the world.
They're not interested in talking about that.
I got a story similar to that. I was doing some work for a gentleman, and he had a mouth that would make a sailor blush. And I didn't know what to do. But he wanted to sit around and talk. And a lot of my time, I'm waiting on dirt to get there while I'm doing the work that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a ton of downtime. And he would come up to me and he would talk and he would just send them left and right. I was uncomfortable. And I've heard some things strung together. But I thought, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I just started, I was like, Lord, I don't know. And then it finally hit me like, maybe he needs to hear a little bit about Jesus.
Yeah.
And I just took that as an opportunity. He kind of got quiet. And that was one thing he did not do very often is get quiet. Most of the time he was wanting to talk. He finally got quiet. And I finally said, buddy, I'm going to ask you a question. Just a simple question. How is your relationship with the Lord? And he immediately flipped a switch, and he didn't say another cuss word. But from that point forward, he was straight laced. Yeah. But I thought how simple just mentioning the name of Jesus can completely change his perspective.
Flip the script.
It flipped the script. Yeah. But it was but I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I don't want to make him uncomfortable. Yeah. But I finally got to the point, I was like, I just can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to me to see the difference.
The power of the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one question, though, before we leave New York. And I don't know if you're wanting to leave New York, if your next door may be there, too. I got to hear this jingle. I'm sorry. I gotta know.
Did you
just
write
give
it?
me something.
No. This is it's just very much happy birthday. It's the naked cowboy singing happy birthday.
And putting his special.
Yeah, and putting Tucker's name into it from your great uncle Russell, and it's so it's.
You sure you won't just sing it just a little bit?
I cannot.
I need this.
No.
You ain't got to be able to sing.
Oh no, I know. I ain't
Do you want me to get the sing? You want me to get to the note for you?
I can't put myself in that.
A little higher.
No.
Well, you can turn you back and just
sing over to that.
Now here's what you got to do. Nobody will watch you if you'll just do this.
Yeah. Cover
Just
your
do
eyes.
this.
Nobody's here.
I can't do it.
Just
It's
you and
peer
the
pressure. I can't fall into it.
You're in the shower. That's all it is.
Man, I've been let down on the show before, but not.
You think you really let down
I'm
this
sorry.
Man, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to even compare with either one of those.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I figured you'd have a story.
I've never
about
been to
that.
New York, so I got nothing there.
Never witnessed nobody in their underwear.
Never witnessed.
I have not. That I know of. Well, actually, I've witnessed a lot of people in their underwear, but that was not the outer garment.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
They had that on.
Yeah, I was hoping. I figured they did.
On the inside, not
On
the
the-
outside.
correct.
Wasn't like a wrestler or nothing.
No.
A wrestler.
Oh, wrestler.
Wrestler. It's Southern, you know.
Mhm.
You get up in New York, they have wrestlers.
Wrestlers.
They're professional.
Wrestlers.
But down here we have.
They enunciate the
wrestlers.
vowel correctly. Is
Yeah.
what you're telling me.
They don't do
sometimes.
wrestling.
Well, let's do this real quick before we move on into another story. We've got some sad news.
Yeah.
Shane, you want to share?
Yes, so we had a gentleman by the name of Lamar Van actually was on the show, and it was probably 5 or 6 months ago, and he was on the show with Casey Young,
Mhm.
but Lamar had tragically went to be with the Lord a couple weeks ago. This episode will be a few weeks out, but we did want to mention Lamar. He was a great friend for the time that we knew him. And I know their impact he had in the ag world and at Springville High School
Mm-hmm.
and with his family will be truly missed. So we just wanted to make sure that we at least mentioned that and give our condolences to the family
Mm-hmm.
and his friends and let them know that we are praying for him or for his family and
Yep.
for them as well. So
Yeah, our heart breaks for you guys. We didn't obviously get to know Lamar for a long, long time, but the time that we spent with him,
man, he was a blast.
he was a blast. And you can
I
just
think
tell he's a
Lamar
good
would
guy.
say the nation has lost a great one.
That is what he tickled me when he would talk about Cherokee County or, that area. He called it the nation.
The nation.
And it just tickled me to death when he would say that. And so just know, the Lamar Van family, just know that the Hayden Alabama podcast loves you guys. We're
Yep.
praying for you. And just our heart goes out to you
Yep.
during this time. You got another story you want to tell us?
Yeah, we can dive into one. I touched on New York there. I don't think we need to go back anymore with the
No,
naked
if
cowboy. We
it's
can move on
anywhere
from
close
that.
to that, yeah, let's
We can
move on.
move
You
on from
covered it,
that.
but just
So,
barely.
Yeah, we can move on from
Like
that.
him.
So I go back to where that all began. I mentioned my little struggle with cancer that I had, and this is a story I tell for people that's just met me, and when I go speak at churches and things, they get to know me a little bit about where this journey began for me. And it started with a New Year's prayer. I don't do New Year's resolutions
Okay.
because I'm not going to follow a resolution. I'm not going to eat better. I like to eat too much.
Well, you've
I'm
proven
not-
that.
Yeah, and I'm not
Deer sausage and
deer
gravy.
sausages. Man, I get after you. But I can't save money. I got a teenage daughter, so I mean,
God bless you.
yeah, thank you,
and a wife.
and a wife that likes to go to
That's
Disney
right.
World.
Before you get going, a friend of mine that works with me, he got married this couple weeks ago, and I told him today, I said, you thought you were going to double your income. You actually cut it in half.
Oh, it's gone.
You didn't do
Cut it in half. He's doing good. It's gone.
Yeah.
So
sorry. I didn't
Yeah,
mean to interrupt.
no, I'm glad you did. That's the way it goes. I mean, I find myself. Thought I was doing pretty good, and then I'm asking for an allowance now.
Yeah.
So
Can I buy some biscuit and gravy?
yeah, some deer sausage. But where all this began, I forgot where I was going. But
Sorry, I ruined that for you. I really
No,
did.
but no,
Shane pulled
I'm-
across railroad tracks and just parked it.
Just put her right in par
and
there.
I'm waiting for that crossing to go back
Yeah,
up.
it'll come on up. But you
But,
was
I
where
was
were
giving
you
a
going
resolution. I was giving a New
Yeah,
Year's
resolution.
resolution.
There you
But
go.
I don't do them.
Pray for
Right.
New Year's.
But
Yeah.
here we are about 3 years ago, New Year's Eve. So I say a little prayer. It's something we've done for a few years now, and it's generic. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's what everybody asks for. Lord, help me be a better steward. Help me through the things that is troublesome in my life and all that and everything. And so right before midnight, fireworks going off outside, dogs are going crazy, and we're sitting there, we're watching
Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffith, yeah. No, we're watching the
Big fan.
countdown, in Raleigh, North Carolina. But my prayer that night was sitting there, just me and my wife, and I said, Lord, do something big in my life this year that glorifies you. That was it. I mean, I didn't specify, Lord, do something big in my life that glorifies you. I wanted to emphasize that. I wanted to emphasize that glorifies you. And, I take that back to Philippians 4:13. We get that misconstrued all the time of we ask for great things to happen, but through Christ who strengthens me, we forget that part of it.
They don't talk about that part much.
Yes, we leave that part out. You see it on athletes all the time.
I can do all things.
I can do all things. You throw it at me, I can do it. Bring it.
You better put that last part of that verse in there.
Yeah, and what everybody thinks is if I say that verse and if I look at that scripture and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, then I'm going to be able to do everything. But what that verse actually means is that we can do whatever the Lord needs us to do through us. We kind of got it backwards. And that's where that came from. I didn't even know it was coming. My wife looked at me. She said, where'd that come from? I said, I have no idea. I had this whole orchestrated. I thought up what I was going to pray, and I had this beautiful, I almost sounded like Shakespeare in my mind. And it come out, Andy Griffith's, language there. Lord, there's something big in my life that glorifies you. And what does that mean? I have no idea. And we left it. We laid that down and we was done with it. We went back to watch the countdown and all the singers and then all the stars and everything showing up. So we rocked on about 2 weeks. And I'm in the bathroom getting ready for work one morning. And I'm slipping my pants on and I pull up and I hit a spot right there on my back. And it felt like somebody had took a knife from the Denny's buffet and just stabbed me right in the back. I mean, it was a sharp pain. So I'm like, what was that? And I don't see a mark on me. I'm looking. So I got my trousers pulled down. I got my breeches pulled down just a little bit. And I'm looking in the mirror. Well, my wife walks in. She said, boy, you're proud of that thing, ain't you? I said, well, look at this. She said, no, I've seen it. It's not that impressive.
Yeah.
So, but I said, no, there's a spot there. And I don't know what it is. And she comes and she looks at it. She mashes on it again. I about hit the floor. I have a doctor's appointment coming up. And so I don't worry about it. I was like, I just mentioned it to him, see what he says. It's a few days later. So I go in, we do normal checkup, everything. And I said, well, one last thing. I said, I got this little spot here. It's sore. I think it might be a cyst under my skin or something. Nothing big, but mind just taking a look at it. Yeah. So he looks at it. He said, well, it's epidermal. He said, I can kind of tell this epidermal layer. I don't think it's nothing big. He said, you're probably right. Probably a cyst or something. Maybe he called it some kind of, maybe a wart under the skin. He sends me over to a dermatologist. He said, we'll get them to look at it and they can probably take it right off for you. So he gets me in pretty quick. 3 or 4 days later, I'm over at the dermatologist. I think we're going to just discuss what it might be. No, he gets his scalpel out. We whittle that thing out right there on the spot. A couple of shots to deaden it. He said, well, it's kind of deep. It's kind of deep. I couldn't get it out. So yeah, I felt that.
It. I'm well aware.
I think you hit my hip bone. But, we going by, he said, we're going to biopsy it just to make sure. He said, I don't think it's nothing. He called it some kind of big word, 3 syllables. I can't afford that. But, it's right now at this point in time, it's about 2 weeks after me saying that prayer. We got to keep that prayer in mind. Lord, do something big in my life that glorifies you. Mm-hmm. And at this point, I don't know. I don't relate this to that. That's not nothing big. That's something that hurt. And I'm over here swapping cards and paying deductibles. So get it biopsied and everything. Another week or so rolls on. I get a phone call. So we're getting ready to go out. It's my birthday. It's on my birthday. The big 50. I'm turning 50. Half a century. So we're about to go down here to somewhere nice like Crystals or somewhere.
Yeah.
With your shoes on.
Sack full.
Yeah, get the sack full and call it a good day.
Big sack. You remember that one?
No, but I trust you.
Crossing guard right down there again.
Welcome back, Shane.
But I get that phone call. It's not good news. He tells me. He said, I need you to write some stuff down. So I'm sitting at the kitchen table. It's melanoma. because it was so deep. He said, we're kind of worried that it might be into some other parts of your body. It was right there on my lower back in the hip area, right where your belt hits you. He said, so we just need to make sure, a lot of lymph nodes in that area. So need to make sure. So we're going to get you set up. Need to do this pretty quick. The next day, the very next day, I'm at UAB hospital. So on my 50th birthday, I'm diagnosed with melanoma. But, melanoma, I'm thinking, I'm not an expert on melanoma and cancers and skin conditions. I'm thinking melanoma's a skin condition. They cut that out. I'm good. I'm going to rock on. But we go to UAB, we do some scans. I find out I got 4 or 5 swollen lymph nodes. So they get me in to do surgery 2 weeks after that. So we take that affected area out. 7 lymph nodes get removed. They all test positive. It is in my lymphatic system, possibly in my kidney. There's a spot in my kidney they said they think might be a false echo, but we're going to watch it. So we get in, do the surgery. I heal up a week or so. We start doing treatments and everything. And, the spot in my kidney continues to grow. It had spread to my kidney. So now I'm having an infectomy. I'm having part of my kidney removed. And this stuff, just in a few months' time, here I am being happy and healthy and not a care in the world, didn't have anything going on with me. Here I am being dissected like a bass, so... I go back to that and I'm like, Lord, is this the big thing? I was like, this year's not going too good. Is this the big thing that's going to glorify you? And I didn't understand how that played into any of it. Not yet. I had written 2 books. They had done okay. I wasn't going to retire off of them, but they had done okay. Both of them had hit Amazon bestseller, and I think I'd forced every member of my family and my friends to buy a copy. So,
at least they could do.
At least they could do. So after that, I had another book in the works, and I put it on hold. It was a follow-up to one of the other books I wrote. It's one of the books was about small town high school football, and it's every one of my books is Christian based, and it just talked about what kids go through in high school and some of the peer pressures and the things that they're exposed to. So that was that book. So I had a lot of people saying, hey, I need to know what happens after these kids, because I kind of left it open-ended. I wanted to write a follow-up. So I kind of got put on hold. And then I look back and I see, is this where God's leading me with this? Am I ready to write this book? How's it going to tie in to do something big that glorifies you? And sometimes you just know when God speaks to you. And that speak to me was, I felt like that I had to tie something into what I was going through, because I know the world's hurting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, not just cancer, but you take depression, that's somebody else's cancer. Depression is something that eats away with you. So I wanted to take my experience and use that to help somebody. And I was thinking, okay, this is what that's all about. So I start writing another book, and pretty much what it is, I'm writing it as I live it. The book's called God is Bigger. It's based off these little bracelets. And what it talks about is God is bigger than anything. You get asked that question, well, God is bigger than what? Well, it's whatever you're going through, whatever your obstacle is. Faith is big as a mustard seed can move mountains. But what if that mountain don't move? Then that's God's way of telling you it's not going to move, but I want you to climb it. And that journey is what's worth it. Now, climbing that mountain for me, I had a lot of setbacks, because every time it seemed like I started getting good, then something else would happen. It'd show up another lymph node. The treatments wasn't working. I had to go to New York and witness to a guy in underwear, but something all the time was not going the way I wanted it to do. But each time I'd go up and find that summit where I thought it was good, I realized that's false summit. And that's the story of our life. We get comfortable anywhere that we go. We get comfortable. We, our income's going good. We got something, then the air condition breaks. We got false summits, but where does our hope lie in? Does it lie in the fact that I can just make more money, or does it lie in the fact that God's going to comfort me through this and grow me in anything that comes my way? So that's kind of where I was at. So I started writing that book, and I detailed it as I went. This was a in-action, real-time book that I wrote, and it wouldn't get done until I was done, because I had healing coming one way or the other. And either way was a good experience. I was going to be healed here on this earth or healed in eternity. So I had no fear. There was nothing to worry about. Now, the thing about the book going, I had a lot of people follow me, and I was putting fillers out on social media. I was putting all that stuff out. So I started gathering a following. So I started getting invites to churches. I started getting invites to universities. I spoke to Sanford University not long ago. I got mixed in with the FCA down at Alabama. I got to speak to a lot of the University of Alabama athletes. And all I done was tell my testimony. Mm-hmm. It's just telling the testimony is all it was. But I went from somebody that would not have done that 2-3 years ago to now, you tell me to go, I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to speak about, but if you tell me to go, I'm there. Do something big in my life that glorifies you. I have to say that's what it was because it changed me. I'm a new man. I mean, there's no way I could have went through cancer and come out on the other side and be happy about it.
Yeah.
Nobody should be happy about having cancer.
No.
But it changed me, and I'm happy about that.
Amen.
So the Lord's used it in a big way.
Yeah. That's what he prayed for.
Be careful what you pray for.
Amen.
Goes right back to the
that's a
sausage
fine
story.
lesson. You know, you can't go through something like that without being tethered to the Lord. Yeah, and I'm going to use this in two ways because I'm being totally serious about that statement. I mean, you couldn't have, I don't know how anybody could go through what you've gone through without that. But I do want to take another opportunity to somebody who has really helped out the show. Shane, would you grab that real quick?
Oh, look at you.
Little toe tether.
Tethered, he said.
Now, Shane likes to talk to this because he is the professional with towing things around.
Man, I did it today. And I looked and I said, this fella that was with me, he needed the toe tether. He needed it. And I told him. He was
without it.
He was without it. And I said, friend, you need the toe tether because what this does is give you a designated location to hook up your electric emergency brake for your trailer. He had it all wrapped around, tied up. I said, that ain't going to work. DOT pulls you over, you are in trouble, you getting a ticket. That's happening. So the toe tether gives you that. It is compliant with DOT and all your federal regulations for towing.
High quality product made of great materials. That was the first thing. If you haven't watched any of the last couple of weeks, let's talk about this. That was our first impression when we opened the bag was the quality of product.
Yep. Got all the parts you need in there to get you a designated kitchen post.
Easy to hook up. The way they've designed it, I mean, literally, if you can crawl up under your truck, you can hook it up and that thing will be there. Yep. And anytime you need to hook it up, there it'll be. So we put the website where you can go and get your toe tether, and then you can make sure if your truck hitch ever fails, at least that trailer won't be riding down the road trying to pass you.
Yeah, I told him to stop by and get this one today when I saw the way he had it all wrapped up around there.
For you and for us, we want you to get the toe tether.
Everybody involved.
Well, Tucker, did you just bring those two stories, or did you bring us another one?
I got you another one. So last year I was a senior in high school. So at Urban, or where we go to school at, you go half a day, and then like I was able to go to a community college, and I took welding. So on this particular day, we didn't have class at Bevel. So I came home, and I do taxidermy, so I was going to work on a duck, and I got out of school at 11:30. I got home, I worked on a duck, and my brother had a basketball game. He plays JV basketball. I didn't play basketball when I was in school. So I told Dad, it was his last game. I told Dad and Mom, I was like, I'm going to go home, work on this duck, and I'm going to take a shower and come watch Sawyer's game. Well, I get inside after I get done working on this duck, and I've got my phone playing music, and where we hunt at is not far from the house at all. And I look at my phone because my music stops playing, and I look at it, and I pull up my phone, and there's a huge buck standing in front of it. I'm like, oh man, here we go. I'm about to go get him. I don't even take time to dry myself off. I just pull up my pants up, or pull some pants on, throw on a hoodie, and I'm gone. I pull down there. I'm about 300 yards from the field that I'm hunting. I'm in my truck, and I drive my truck down there as fast as I can. And I get there, and he's not in the field. And I'm sitting there, I'm sick. I'm like, come on, God, just even put him back in the field, please, you know. And then I called Dad and I'm like, hey, he ain't in the field. I'm about to just come Sawyer's game. And he said, no, just stay there. So I stay there, and out walks a little 4-point. And I'm like, all right, well, I didn't scare him off. I look in the back of the field about 200 yards, and there's a doe walking through the woods. And then I see him. I see his horns, and all I can see is his horns and his backside. And I get my gun up, and I'm like, there's no way I can hit this deer. There's no way. And I don't know what went through me, but I pulled the trigger, and when I did, he dropped. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got it. And I put I leave everything in the shooting house. I've got my phone, and I've got my gun, and I'm gone.
What about your keys?
Oh, my keys are in my truck.
Okay.
I've learned my lesson.
All right.
I didn't know if we was going to be bucking on the buck going to be bucking or where
in
we
your
at.
truck, you can leave your keys.
Mm-hmm.
You thought he was going to wrestle that deer down.
Yeah.
So about 20 yards into the woods is the deer, and about 20 more yards, there's the Sipsey River. And right where that river's at, there's a drop off. It's a straight bluff. And I see it as soon as I get out of that shooting house, that deer's flopping and going straight towards that water.
There he goes.
And I'm saying everything I mess with is flopping.
Yeah, I was going to say, this sounds very similar.
Yeah. Well, I get to going, and I see that deer start flopping, and I start running as fast as I can. Yet I can't run fast. I just can't. I've got Dad on the phone. Yeah. I've got Dad on the phone. Dad, I shot him. You know how you are. You got bug fever. I'm shaking. I've shot him.
Plus it's 30 degrees and you just got out of the shower.
Yeah, I've just got out of the shower. My hair's still wet, and I'm running across this field. Yeah. And I hit a rock, and I face plant, and I slide across that ground.
Now you're flopping.
I'm flopping. I've got dirt on my face, and I get up to that deer, and that 30-06 is bolt action. It sounds like an automatic. I'm unloading.
Oh, you unloading?
Yeah, he ain't moving. And I have to go back, and I find my phone, and Dad's still on the phone. He thought something's happened to me.
Yeah.
You know? Hey, Tugger, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, Dad, I've killed him. I've got him, but I fell hard. And I went and got the deer, and I went to Sawyer's game after I got there at the fourth quarter. And
mud on your face.
Yeah, well, I wiped it all off. I had to make sure because this is an embarrassing story. You know, everybody's looking. It's like, why aren't you here? The game's already over. Why aren't you here? You'll
see that buck.
Oh, I got him in the truck. I got him in the back of the truck.
Y'all go out here in the parking lot.
Oh, you didn't have him strapped to the hood? I thought that's how they did it around your town. Put him on the hood.
No, I got him in the back of the truck.
That's just on prom night.
Oh, I got you.
But I get him, we carry him to the procession. I want to get him scored and everything. But I can't because I'm getting there at like 9 o'clock, you know. After Sawyer's game, we have to drive probably 35 minutes to the processor. And I wake up that next morning, I'm sore as all get out because I failed chasing that buck. And
you wrestled him.
I didn't wrestle him. No, I didn't wrestle him.
After you got through with him, I don't know how much of him was left.
Yeah, well,
I thought
that's what you were going to tell me when you got to the processor.
No, the thing is, the whole moral of the story is I was so excited that I didn't even know what I was doing. You know, like I was chasing that deer with a loaded. I didn't have it. Wasn't like a loaded.
Well, it was in the magazine.
It was in there, and my gun slid. And when it did, I ate dirt. Dirt was in my face, and it just.
But you got
it's embarrassing telling the story, but I mean it happened. You know,
how many? What did he score?
Scored 142 and an eighth. But it was the biggest deer today. It was 15 points.
Kept him out of the Sipsey River.
15 points.
Yeah, it's 15 points.
Typical.
It has some kickers coming off of it. But we put some stuff out like 2 weeks prior, and he came out there to a mock scrape, and I was like, there's no way I can kill this deer. I know it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And so I got lucky. No.
Okay.
This was 4 o'clock in the evening.
Just clarify.
Around here, we need to know things.
We still would have celebrated with you, but
others might look down on you.
Yeah, I am not that type of person.
You had to make sure you didn't need to edit that part out.
No, we wouldn't edit it down.
We ain't them people. I can't break the law and do that. We're gonna have to do it legally. But it's just the
Teach
fact
his own.
Teach his own.
it's just embarrassing me telling that story, but everybody's like, how did you kill him? How long did you have to wait on him? I got out of the shower and I killed him within 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. It's dead.
That's the only part of the story you need to work on. You're gonna have to
Yeah,
get
you
that.
gotta stand out the work, the effort that you put in.
Tracked you
I
for a
mean,
day and a
I got
half.
done playing football and I wasn't sore, like real sore after a game. And I played. I didn't get out of it. You didn't come out of a game where we played at like it's 1A school, you know, senior year.
There wasn't nobody else to go in.
Yeah, both sides of the ball.
That's both sides of the ball. I stayed in kicking. I stayed in defense, offense.
Ain't
But
never
I
been
was
sore.
I was sore after I fell and slid chasing that deer.
Yeah. Well, just wait till you get a little older.
Oh, I know. That's done told me it's gonna get rough.
I get out of the shower and I'm
That's
sore.
exactly
Oh,
right.
man, what is-
I
I
called
pulled the
into
back muscle sleeping the other day.
I called into work while sleeping wrong.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Just wait; it gets better. Yeah, the only that does remind me of a story. It's not that good. I was kind of hoping the deer was going to go in the Sipsey
I
River.
thought he was
and you
going
were
to
gonna
swim.
swim.
Everybody wants me to tell them that, but it didn't. I turned that boat action.
Well, okay, if you're gonna up your storytelling game, this deer's got to go in the Sipsey River.
You know,
Gotta
well,
be-
he
gotta
goes
be
in the city.
baptized.
I ride him.
That's
like
right.
a
Baptize
ball
him,
going down
man.
through it.
Yeah.
Baptize that deer.
I'm going to
He
put
was
you.
swimming across. Matter
He
of
was
fact.
swimming
I was on his
across, and
back.
I looked like a coon dog chasing the raccoon.
Now
across
you're
the
telling
pond.
stories. That's what I'm talking about.
So we're going to get you in touch with a guy named Robin and let him help you with that story just a little bit. And next thing you know, boy, it's
Yeah, you come up like this.
240-inch state
Pawpaw.
record.
Yeah.
I was on the cutover, which we've talked about many times on here. That was a
That was
had
a
a lot of
telltale.
entertainment in the cutover. I had a stand hung in a big old white oak on the edge of it, and this is a 1 year cutover, so everything's basically still flat, just low brush. We had not coyotes, but we had wild dogs. People would throw them out. I don't know who were they,
Had
the
them
magnet of wild dog throwouts. Well, they would before they starve to death. They turn feral and they learn how to survive again. Well, those dogs would help me out from time to time. Sometimes they'd mess me up. Well, I was up in that tree, evening hunt, and I heard the pack strike up.
Here they come.
And I said, oh, yeah, nothing was happening. So I was kind of excited. Maybe they can bump this deer right onto the cutover. Well, sure enough, here they put a V-line straight for that cutover, and I heard, here they come, a little closer. And then I heard when the deer got down to the bottom before he broke in the cutover, and then I saw him. And I saw the rack. Now, it was not a 140-inch deer, but it was plenty enough for Blount County, and it was seasoned, and I had a 30-06. Well, when he broke in the cutover, got him in the scope, boom. I saw I hit behind him because it's still dirt.
Yeah.
He running.
I put it on him again, boom, shot in front of him. I said, oh, man.
Too
Well,
much.
He's coming to me now. Like when I shot in front of him, he cut and started coming my way through
Beeline.
this big bottom. I said, oh, yeah. Boom, shot again, right behind him. It's a Browning bar, semi-automatic with 4 shells. One, 3 in the clip, 1 in the hole.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1,
You
and
got one chance.
I don't have anything in my pocket.
You wanted to flip him like Phil Robertson
I did. Well, he was still running straight at me, so I said, smartest thing to do, let him come on.
He coming closer.
Well, he is in drive, headed straight to my way. And when he got about, 50 yards, 40 yards, he stopped, I guess, to try to
See where
figure out where's the gun coming from and where the dog's at, because I'm in a bad spot. And I done run in the wrong cutover. And I just put it right there on the front and just boom, folded him up. He just wrinkled right there and become part of the ground. It's like, man, I'm glad I waited. That was good. With the dogs, they went away. They didn't, I guess they thought, we don't want no part of what that deer's experiencing out there.
We just gave him a chance. And David only needed 1 stone.
Right.
So I
I thought you
understand.
was going to have to fight the dogs off of one.
Well, the story's not
shells,
over.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not over.
Because 10 minutes later,
Here comes the good part.
I thought, a little head throw. I went, I'm seeing things. Because when you're hunting, I don't know if you're anything like me, you see things that are not real.
Yeah.
He's got my full attention at this point. And then,
Giving him the eyeball.
head throw again.
He just knocked him out.
said, no. I mean, I'm sitting there with my bolt is open.
Empty gun.
And then that head throw goes to a leg kick.
Here he comes.
He about to get it.
Resurrection. He stands up,
Lazarus deer.
falls down, stands back up, falls down. And I'm thinking, this is going to happen. He stands up, shakes off, and walks up under my tree stand and on. That was the last time I ever saw him. But he was walking so good when he left me. How does that happen? How do you take one to the chest, lay there for 10 or 15 minutes, motionless, and then all of a sudden just kind of get back together? And like some sort of Walking Dead scene.
It's playing possum.
Playing possum.
Bobcat.
So that old boy, he lived to fight another day.
Really?
Absolutely.
No blood.
Blood. By the time he made it to me, I mean, I looked all around him. He walked right under me.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's a hard
Now, there was some blood down there where he was.
Really?
But by the time, I guess, 10 or 15 minutes, it done clotted off and he rolled on. But that was...
Just
So
wasn't
there's a
meant to be.
heartbreaker for your success story of, lassoing a 15-point, 240-inch in the Mississippi River as it was in
And not losing his
floodplain.
keys.
In wet jogging breeches.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And making it back for the fourth quarter
Yeah,
where
I
your
made
brother
it
hit the
back.
game-winning shot of the basketball game.
Yeah.
This game went in, but
It's our story. We'll tell it how we want to.
it's pretty close. Yeah.
What about you, Russell? You've wrote books. You've give me a good funny, just something that's tickle me
Well,
because you've made it heavy.
yeah. I went deep. I went to New York. Told you about my deer sausage story. The one part of writing these books and everything that I've learned that you meet a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was doing a little book signing up in Fayette, Alabama. No, where Fayette's at? Not Fayette.
Spell it for the crowd.
F-E-T.
FET, it's on a t-shirt.
Well, now that's how you say it.
No, that's how it's spelled. If you ask them, that's how they'll tell you it is spelled.
I'm from Fayette.
Fayette.
FET.
But on a map.
F-A-Y-E-T-T-E.
Okay, there we go.
There's
Fayette.
a lot more letters there.
Fayette.
This is
Yeah, you
not-
don't
They just
need
said it's not necessary.
You do not need them. You do not need them.
Mm-mm.
So I'm up there. I get people message me all the time because I write a lot on social media. I put stories out, people I meet and everything. So I have a guy approach me. I'm at this book signing. We're near the end of it. I got a few people waiting to get a book. A guy comes up. He buys a book. He said, "I got a story for you." He said, "I think you can write this." I said, "Okay." I said, "Let me take care of these people right here." And I said, "Stick around if you got a minute." He said, "Yeah, I got all the time you need." So I go ahead and take care of the few other people that's in line, sign their book, take a picture. We're all good. He's standing there waiting on me. He said, "You got time to walk outside. These stories get good. If they take you outside to tell the story," now, I don't know if it's something he don't want to say around his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it's just a good story that he wants me to know about and it's about to get emotional. Big old man, he's a good sized fella. So, it might be the emotional side. He don't want nobody to see that side
There
of
you
it.
go. Yeah.
So I go outside with it and he's telling me, he said, "I've been through a whole lot in my life." He said, "And I don't know where to start." And I said, "Well, just start at the beginning." I said, "What's going on with you?" He said, "Well, I've been homeless and I've worked my way back." He said, "I've got a nice place to live and everything. And I think I've got stuff going my way. And I think you can write about it and give people hope that there's not always an end that's not desirable." And I said, "Okay." I said, we talked a little bit about, are you doing this through God's ways? Are you doing this?" He said, "Oh, God's blessed me. God's blessed me tremendously." He said, "I never would have been here without God being here with me and pointing me in the right direction." I said, "Okay, awesome. Just tell me more about it." Well, I got caught up in some activity, Fayette County. I got caught up in activity. Had to go spend a little bit of time in the penitentiary,
Think about it.
think about what I'd done. But I was reformed. I was reformed in the penitentiary, and I'm a different man now. He said,
Including that Piggly Wiggly you knocked over and
he even confessed me to that. But he said, he said, the thing about it is, he said, I want people to know that there's always a way to change your life. And I said, this is a good story. I like where you're going here. I said, so tell me a little bit about it. Let me get your name and, anything you're willing to share with the world. I'm about to put this out there. It's going to be something. I'm looking at some big numbers here with this story. So he said, I'll tell you a little bit about it, but I can't tell you all of it. Not yet anyway, because it's not all, it hadn't come to fruition yet. I'm still waiting for the fruits of my labor. So we're standing there and he looks in his box, his toolbox on the back of his truck, and he reaches in. He said, part of my story, I want to give you a gift. He reaches in there and he starts to pull out, and I can't see what it is. Fayette County Sheriff pulls in behind us. We're sitting at a store in Fayette, Alabama, where I just done a little book signing near the Golden Eagle facility. Fayette County Sheriff pulls up behind us. He closes the tailgate real quick.
Can't have this gift now.
Can't have his gift right now. It's not. Lord's intervened.
I ain't going back to the pokey.
Been there once.
And not going back. I've refined enough. So the sheriff walks up there to him, calls his name out and everything. I'm sitting here looking what's going on. He said, are you going to come easy, or are we going to make this the hard way? So the guy takes off running.
Oh, he
takes off running. I don't get my gift. That's the bad part. I don't know what's in there. You got a gift.
You got a great story out of it.
I got it. So he takes off running through this gravel parking lot. Sheriff tackles him. He's about like you. He's got dirt in his face. I mean, he's tore up. He comes up. He's in cuffs. He goes back. He puts him in. I go over and I talk to the guy. He was telling me a story. Can I sit back here with him while he finishes this story? Cop explains to me. He said, well, he's got some warrants out for him and some illegal activities going on. So he's over there and they searching his truck and everything. They pop it. And I'm curious, this is Fayette. They're not going, it's not a crime. It's not a crime scene. So I'm over there. I'm looking with them. That whole bed of that, or not the bed, but that whole toolbox is full of moonshine. He's got jars back. He's giving me a bottle of moonshine, jar of moonshine as his gift for me to tell his story. It's to help my stomach from that deer sausage. That's what it is. But yeah, that's some of the things I run into. You meet a lot of people, and some of you do get some inspirational stories, but sometimes you don't.
Before we head to scripture time, I'm sure there's some interest, people wanting to follow up with some of the things that you guys have got going on. Russell, if you would share that quick story, it's a powerful story with us real quick, and then let people know how they can get in touch with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Southern Christian writer, so I got a few books out. I had one coming up, should be released in this month or August. It was a follow-up to a book I mentioned earlier, When the Lights Go Out. It was the second second book in that set. And I had an opportunity to help a fella out, old family friend of mine. He's getting up in age, got some health problems, and he likes to write. And whether or not he's good at it or not, he loves it. And that's where he finds his inspiration at. He writes, he puts it on Facebook. And his dream, he's talked to me about it a lot. He just loves that he knows somebody that's published books. And he talks to me about it all the time. And he said, man, that'd be my dream. When I leave this world, I wished I had a book or something to leave with my name on it so nobody would forget me.
Man.
He just wanted a reason to not to go out without leaving something. So, I'm working on my book, a deadline of being published by August. And this was end of June, middle of June, maybe. So I'm pushing my deadline already. And, when somebody approaches you like that and you know that they're going through troubles in life and that's their goal, and you just want to do anything you can to bring a smile to their face or inspire them. So I put it on hold. I put my book on hold. I got with him. We pulled some of his stories that he had already written, some of his Facebook stuff. We put together a few new ones. And, for self-publishing and everything, he was not going to have an agent or a publisher pick him up or anything. So, we had to put some funds together. I put some funds together, and we made it happen for him. And that book it's pre-ordered now. It'll be coming out here soon. It's called Doing Life in a Small Town. It's by Marty Strickland. And,
he got his book.
He got his book, and whatever happens, if it sells 10 copies, if it sells 10,000, it don't matter to him because that was his dream to have a published book, and he's got it. And I've pushed mine back. Mine will be out. It'll maybe Christmas. Maybe
what's
that's
the
my
name
next
of
one.
the one you have coming out?
It'll be When the Lights Go Out 2. My first one, When the Lights Go Out, is about small town high school football. It's a powerful book. I mean, it deals with a lot of things that kids deal with going through high school and a lot of things they're faced with. And it discusses the consequences of actions and how one wrong decision can change. Sometimes it change your life.
Boy, can it.
And, that book done a lot. I wrote that book because I wanted to write about football.
Yeah.
I didn't even think it was going to be that good of a book, and I had a big following on it, and a lot of people wanted a follow-up of it. They're invested in the two main characters in that book, and they want to know what happens to them. What do they do now? So the follow-up to it is When the Lights Go Out 2. It'll be out in December, and it carries over into the college years, and it pretty much
find out what happened.
They are going to find out what happened, and just like that's the first taste of freedom. When you graduate, you go off to college. You're still home, but sometimes these kids go off to away from the ties that hold them down and keep them in line, and it's first taste of freedom. So a lot of things are exposed to them. So this book tackles them. It's another Christian book with a good message. So that'll be out in December, but any of my writings, pretty much the best way to find me, all over social media. Everybody calls me Cousin Russell. You can find me on Facebook as Cousin Russell or Russell Estes. Either one, it'll pull it up. Instagram,
we'll put some links in there too.
Yeah, appreciate it. But and my books, if you go to Amazon or just a Google search or just Safari, anything, and just type in Russell Estes books, it's going to bring up a listing of everything. Probably the quickest way to get anything I got is through Amazon. But everything that I've written is Christian based, and it's never about the amount of books I sell. If any of those books reach one person, then that book was worth it.
Amen.
So.
Tucker, tell us about your taxidermy real quick.
So I've
15
always
points. Sipsy River Swimmers.
Yeah.
Turkey, bobcat.
Yeah.
Turkey
so as
wrestling.
you know, as it already sounds, is I love the outdoors. Whenever I was 10 years old, Mom and Dad bought me a DVD, and it was a kit basically for taxidermy. I always wanted to get in taxidermy, but me and Dad was able to work on one thing, and it was a fox, and I wanted to mount it.
Was that fox
it was
I brought you?
She brought me.
Man, look at that! I didn't even know I started all this. Roadkill.
Roadkill. It was pretty rough. So I worked on it, and I got to a point where I was going to tan it, and the hair started to slip on, and I gave up then, But then I got back into it a few years later. I told Dad I wanted to really do it. So we built me a 8x12 shop, and it's not big at all, but it's big enough for where I can, where I can work on stuff. So
you ain't got to worry about losing the keys.
Yeah. So I love helping people. I wake up every morning, I want to help somebody. So I went on a duck hunt one time with my good buddy Gage Alexander, and we went on this senior hunting trip with him, and we came back, and I had a snow goose and a mallard I wanted mounted. So Dad, we went and carried it to a place almost in Arkansas, to be honest with you. It was way up there. And we had them done, and now going back, I wish I would have done them myself, So I duck hunt around my house with one of my buddies, Miles, and I've killed some one year, and I saved them in the freezer. And it hit my brain one day. I was like, I've got this shop. I've got some ducks in the freezer. So I need to go out there and try to do one. So I done one, and it didn't turn out it looks like a crane, to be honest with you.
Crane turned into a duck.
Well, the duck turned into a crane.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So I went from there and made a Facebook post on this Facebook page asking for any tips, and everybody was like, stick with it, you'll get there. So
I thought you might have been offering anybody that needed a duck turned into a crane.
No.
Transformation services.
Yeah. So I decided then that I like doing that, and I could get real good at it. So I practiced on my own birds and everything, and now I've turned that into my own business. I've always wanted to have my own business. I like to help people, and I love the outdoors. That's three things I like. So that's what I found that I like doing. So I have now graduated high school. I've got my own business. I've got it LLC'd, and it's bow and taxidermy. And I promise you, I can promise everybody one thing. I'm going to put out. I'm going to help you. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to put out quality work. And I promise you, that nobody else will work harder on your things than I will. That's one thing that I want to stick with, and I want everybody to be able to trust me with whatever you bring me.
Can they find it on social media? How do they get in touch
I'm
with you?
on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page. I just hit 1,000 followers, and I know that don't seem like a lot to some
That's
people.
great.
I hit 1,000 followers. I'm also on TikTok.
What's the name?
Bow and Taxidermy.
Any spaces or anything?
No, everything's under Bow and Taxidermy.
All right.
And I'm also on Google. It's not like it's just got my address and stuff on it. I've got a few pictures on it. And if you've got any questions, hit me up. I can send you a price.
Especially if you come
and I'm in Fayette County, Alabama, but I promise you, if you're out of state, we can ship it too.
You got some one-off stuff. You built some tables and things with mounts on them.
Yeah, I've done some
Don't
pretty
be
cool
eyeballing
things.
Don't be eyeballing my furs back here. Now.
Oh, no.
I wore one a couple of weeks ago, and I'm wearing about as much as that thing's getting.
It's been around for a minute.
It is
It might
shedding,
start
buddy.
shedding a little bit.
Summertime
And,
shed.
I don't only just take ducks. I do deer, and I do anything that you want. I just bring it.
Albino raccoons.
I got albino
Black
raccoons,
squirrels.
black squirrels, fox squirrels,
Giraffes.
I've done upland birds. Anything that can be mounted, I'd love to mount it for you. So
I think I'm
here
about
to
to
help
send him
you
something
out.
this week. I'm just going to go find something.
Just go find them.
That's where it started.
Send it right on down
That's
there,
what it
too.
started.
Didn't
There
come
it
off
is,
the side of the
sucker.
road.
I remember that call. Hey, I found a fox.
Yeah,
you
you
want
found a fox. You want it? Yeah, I'll take you up on that.
Might as well.
Yep.
Let's go to the Word of God, and you talked about your promises. That's kind
Yeah,
of
it's gonna lead us
be
right
a
in
good
there, ain't
lead in. Matthew chapter 5, and let's see, verses 33 through 37. You have also heard that our ancestors were told, you must not break your vows. You must carry out the vows you make to the Lord. But I say, do not make any vows. Do not say by heaven, because heaven is God's throne, and do not say by the earth, because the earth is his footstool, and do not say by Jerusalem, for Jerusalem is the city of the great king. Do not even say by my head, for you cannot turn one hair white or black. Just say a simple yes, I will, or no, I won't. Anything beyond this is from the evil one. A little backstory of what's going on. Jesus is correcting some poor behavior. The Pharisees and the religious leaders had gotten this system where they would say, well, you could swear by maybe the altar, but and break it, and that'd be okay. But don't swear by the gold of the altar, because if you swear by the gold of the altar, you better keep that promise. And it was okay to promise and not fulfill. It was okay to, in some situations, Jesus is like, no. Everything is God's. The altar's God's. The gold's God. The temple's God. Jerusalem's God. Everything is by God. So there's no exemption. If you vow a vow, you're vowing it to God. It doesn't matter what your words are. And so don't break them. You can't break that vow. And he knows, because here's the thing we've got to understand as humans. I don't know. I didn't know what y'all were going to do when y'all came in here. I don't know what you're going to do when you're going to leave. I don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes. So for me to make these boastful statements, well, I know that this is going to happen and I'm going to do this. I don't know. And that's what Jesus is saying. You can't make a black hair turn gray. You can't make a gray hair turn black. You have no control. So his teaching is, yes, I will. No, I will not, if the Lord permits. And that's what he wants you to do. But all of us want to be, I think, maybe not everybody, obviously, but most of us want to be men of integrity. Most of us want to be men and women of our word. And there's one way that you can do that. You don't have to swear up and down, or I'm going to, I swear it's true. If you're saying that, you're probably confessing that you're maybe not a person of integrity. If you're having to, when you really get serious, you have to make this bold statement. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. If you will slowly and surely commit to what Jesus is saying, when you say no, mean no. If you say yes, mean yes. Eventually, no matter where you are, whether maybe you have a little bit of a spotted past with truth, you can gain it back if you'll follow Jesus here, and you can be a man of integrity. And that's just in the world, but it's more important to God. You tell God you're going to do something, do it. If you tell him, if you can't do something, I can't do it. And like you said, with your testimony, you don't know where God's going to take you.
No.
But with his power, His grace, His mercy, His comfort, you can get through it. But that's just there in the world today. I don't know how much truth there is. And one of my favorite sayings in the Bible was from Pontius Pilate when he asked Jesus, "What is truth?" In Rome in that day, what that gives us a little insight in is truth was not that important. It couldn't be held to. But one by one, little by little, if we'll follow Jesus' command, we can forge truth in our own lives and let it gain back some. One of my favorite sayings ever was by Scott from Texas. He told Shane and I one time,
Oh, Scoot.
if I tell you it's Easter, boys, just paint your eggs. And what he was saying is my word is good. And if I tell you something, you can bank on it. And I think that's
gold.
That's a good way to be and an aspiration for each and every one of us.
He's held true to that.
I hadn't caught him in anything
No.
at this time. Well, Russell, Tucker, you've been some fine guests. It's been an honor to sit here and fellowship with you guys.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah, thank you for letting me come.
Appreciate what you're doing, and I'm encouraged by a young buck like this.
He's got a lot of dreams and aspirations. Hey, buddy, you just stick with it.
Stick with God. You nailed it in the beginning. You said you like to help people.
Mm-hmm.
What that is serving others.
Yeah.
There was a very important person that commanded us to serve others.
Yep.
And I think if you'll keep doing that, the Lord will honor it.
You find success. Yeah.
And Russell, we'll continue to pray for you and your journey and see
Appreciate you.
God glorifying Himself through some trials.
Yep. It's all good on the other side.
But it sounds like He's propped you up in your what are that? Man, that's one of my favorite things I ever heard from an old preacher said. He said he prayed that God propped me up in my weak spots.
There you go.
And it sounds like that He's been doing that, and we pray that He continues.
Thank you.
That's going to do it tonight here at the Hayden Outbound Podcast. I'm Philip.
I'm Shane.
I'm Russell.
I'm Tucker.
I love the pause. We'll see you guys next week.